What's happening, folks? Welcome back to Celtic Fans TV. It's time for the starting 11 prediction for tomorrow's derby at Celtic Park. The big game is finally here. It's eagerly anticipated, one of the most eagerly anticipated derbies for a long, long time. 2 points is the gap at the top after the weekend's games. We come into it off the back of that late 1-0 victory over Dundee United. The players and the supporters should be galvanised by that. We didn't play very well, but we got the job done in the end, and it was absolutely vital that we got 3 points on Saturday, because Rangers dropping points earlier in the day meant that we could close that gap to 2 points, and psychologically that's massive for us going into this game. Rangers, as I mentioned, are sitting first in the table on 56 points. We're on 54, 2 behind them, an opportunity to go top of the league if we win this game tomorrow. That's a huge challenge. It's a huge opportunity for the players. These games are always difficult. It's been so long since Celtic have won one, far too long. The League Cup final 2019 is the last time that we managed to beat Rangers. That's terrible, really. It's a terrible record in the last 2 years, and the players have got to address that. This is a new group of players that haven't played in this fixture a lot. You'll see as we go through the team that I think the manager will pick. There's more than a few debutants that have never played in this fixture before, but the team have built themselves back into this position. There's been times this season where it hasn't looked like it was going to be this close. You think about the way the season started, those 3 away defeats that we started the season with. Even 10 days ago, the gap was 6 points. We've built ourselves back into this position where we have the opportunity to go top of the table tomorrow in front of a full Celtic Park. It's a great opportunity for the players, and they've got to go and grab it with both hands. We'll start in goals, as we always do. No surprises that it will be Joe Hart that starts there. On Saturday, Anthony Ralston started at right back. I think Juranovic is going to come back in. Scales was at left back, Ralston at right back. I think tomorrow we're going back to full strength, and full strength is Juranovic at right back. And it's Carter Vickers and Starfelt at centre half. Those two formed a good pairing. Carter Vickers wasn't even at the club the last time we played Rangers, so that's a huge boost for us. He's been brilliant since he's come in. He's played nearly every minute in the league, and he's been a stalwart for us, and I expect a good performance from him, a commanding performance from him tomorrow, and we're going to need that. Starfelt alongside him again. In recent weeks he's got much better, but I think his defensive qualities are really good, and he's another one that I expect a good performance from tomorrow. As I said, at left back, Scales started there at the weekend, came off at half time. He was really poor. I think Taylor will get the nod. I know this is an area of concern for a lot of people. Left back, it might be Jallow that plays there. For Rangers on the right hand side, do we put Ralston at right back, Juranovic at left back? That's what happened at Ibrox. Don't expect the manager to do that. I think Greg Taylor will get the nod. And that's probably the only area that we didn't address in January that we maybe should have. But I definitely think that'll be the back four going into tomorrow's game. Now in midfield, good news today that Callum McGregor trained. The manager also confirmed that Dyson Maeda will be back tomorrow, and he'll have a discussion with him. He might be able to make the bench. That would be a huge boost for us as well. In midfield, we're depleted with Turnbull injured, Vogic away in international duty. Beaton also suspended. It looked like McCarthy was going to have to start in this position. But I think because McGregor trained today, we're going to see him start the game tomorrow. Whether it be with a mask on or not, I think he's the best option there. Mask or no mask, he is the best player in the team. And as long as he's not in any pain and he feels fit enough to start the game, I think the manager will start him. The midfield is such a key battleground in these games, and we need Callum McGregor in that area of the pitch. I think we've got a much better chance of winning the game with McGregor in there. A much better chance of winning the midfield battle overall, not because of just because of his experience in these games, but also because of the quality that he brings to the team. He's the best midfielder in the country, in my opinion, and it'd be a huge boost for us if he could start this game tomorrow. In front of him, I think it will be Matt O'Reilly and Rio Hatate. Both of them, excellent performances at Tynecastle last week. O'Reilly's very similar to Vogic. I think he's a good replacement for him. I mentioned it at the weekend, plays the game on the half turn, great receiving the ball. I think his passing has been excellent since he's come to the club. I think those slide wheel passes in between fullbacks and centre halves and at the forward players and the wingers, he can cause Rangers real danger tomorrow. I think the game that he made his debut in was a tough one. Tomorrow will be even tougher, but the difference is tomorrow he's got a full Celtic Park behind him, and I expect those two to put in big performances. Hatate in his debut against Hibs and at Tynecastle was excellent. We need a top performance for him in terms of his tenacity, his engine, taking the ball under pressure, all of those facets of the game he's got to bring to the table tomorrow. I think that midfield with McGregor in there is more than capable of going and dominating this game, taking control of it early doors. That's what we have to do with the crowd behind us. As I say, midfield in these games is so important. And if we can get in the front foot, start the game quickly with those guys in midfield, we've got a great chance to go on and win it. The front three, Forrest, Abada and Giacomakis at the weekend. Forrest on the left-hand side also came off at half-time. I think he was poor. He's off the pace, James Forrest, at the minute, let's be honest. I know he's had a lot of injuries, a lot of niggling injuries, but I just don't think his form is in a place where he can start him in this game. I think it'll be Abada on the right-hand side, the match winner on Saturday. Great composure for the goal, but also early on in the game from a wide position on the right-hand side, driving at the full-back, putting a few good crosses, which hasn't always been the case with him this season. If he can continue that form into this game, I think he's definitely the man that should start on the right-hand side. And on the left-hand side, it's got to be Felipe Jota. Again, came off the bench, changed the game for us at the weekend, put in the cross for the decisive winning goal, jumped into the crowd at the end. Looks like he's really enjoying his football, but every time he's on the pitch, he's a constant threat. He's a live wire. Every time he gets the ball, it looks like something is going to happen. He's another one who wasn't even at the club the last time we played Rangers. So again, that's a massive boost for us to have him available for this game. He's got to start. I keep saying, I've been putting him in every starting 11 prediction since the break, since he come back from that injury, but it's not happened. Tomorrow's the game for it to happen. A massive play for us, and he's got to go and take the game by the scruff of the neck as well. Leading the line with Maeda, possibly only fit for the bench, might not even be involved at all. And because I've put Abada on the right-hand side, it has to be Giacomakis. I was critical of him at the weekend. I think reading a lot of comments on the preview show and in the reaction from the weekend, a lot of people still patient with Giacomakis. They see his qualities. They think that he can maybe rough up the Rangers defence tomorrow. I hope he does. I sincerely hope that he does. There's one thing for sure. His performance tomorrow has got to be a damn sight better than it was at the weekend. His touch was poor. His finishing was poor. All round, not a good performance. And if we're going to win this game tomorrow, he needs to step up and put in a much better performance. So there you go. That's the starting 11 that I think the manager will go with tomorrow. To my count, there's 5 debutants in this fixture. If that is to be the starting 11, it's a big ask for the players. We've come a long way, as I say, built ourselves back to this position, but we are only 2 points behind. But it's still a huge challenge. This is an acid test for the team, but they'll never get a better opportunity to try and change the momentum, swing the pendulum, if you like, and get the momentum back with Celtic in this fixture in front of a packed Celtic Park. We're in good form, and whether you think form goes out the window or not, this is a good opportunity for us, and the players have got to go and grab it with both hands tomorrow. There you go. Like the video, comment with your own thoughts below. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and we'll see you after the game tomorrow for all of the full-time reaction from Celtic Park. I can't wait.